Hello guys, welcome to round 1 Sinquefield Cup 2016. We have today very exciting round. I'm international master Vojislav Milanovic, very well known like a Voja or Voja. So we can review today a couple games which finished with decisive result. That was a game between Wesley So and Nakamura. Wesley So win a game in very a nice theoretical battle. Was a Catalan opening, so that was first decisive game. Then the second decisive game was between Bulgarian champion Topalov and Russian Grandmaster Peter Svidler. That game finished with Topalov winning. What can I say about that game? That game was definitely equal, but in the end of the game, Svidler was make a very big mistake, and he basically lost the game with a big blunder. Other games finished draw. Anand Caruana in that game was French opening, was very interesting line. Anand didn't go to some theoretical battle. He play on bishop b4 with another variation. He go to e takes d5, very equal line, and he makes some attack, but later Caruana also answered with the good moves, and the game finished draw in a final position. Caruana sacrificed queen, but was a perpetual check. That game finished draw. Then Giri Vasily Grev. In that game was Sicilian Najdorf, was very big action on a board. Was a very exciting game, and I think Giri missed the win in one moment. I will show you that too. Not all game, just that sequence of the game, and Ding Liren make a draw in very peaceable game. That game was probably most peaceable between Ding Liren and Aronian. Was Queen Gambit decline, and the game was finished draw. So we have two decisive game, and we can start with the game Wesley So and Nakamura. Wesley So was white, and he go with the d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, d5, and now first interesting moment, g3, Catalan opening. So Nakamura played this opening with white too, so that was not unknown for him, of course. Bishop g2, castle, d takes c4, knight e5. Of course, here a lot of grandmasters play also queen c2, and after a6, queen c4 or a4 move. That line also exists. But knight e5 line is also possible to play it in a chess theory. That line is not so popular like queen c2, but definitely knight e5 is interesting. So knight e5, black play knight c6, knight c6. So this is just a theoretical continuation, nothing special. Knight a3. Now that knight must be removed from the board, because if knight sit on c4 and later on e5, black will have a lot of problems with his pawns on the queen side. So black decided to take that knight. B takes a3. So what is the plus for white here? That's definitely bishop pair and a slightly better structure, because black have this weak triple double pawns on the c file. But this is still in terms of equality according to chess theory and chess base. Actually, this position was played in many games before, and I will show you the moment when the game become very interesting. Actually, queen c8, a4, stopping rook b5, rook e8, and now white play bishop a3 and rook d4. This position we've seen in many games, and one of the recent games was played in a Serbian First League in 2010 between Efimenko and Grandmaster Sakaev from Russia. In that game, white play rook a b1. This is black continue rook b6, and after bishop c5, rook d5. So basically become the same position. So what is the difference? The difference here is because Wesley played rook fb1, and this move was a new move. I check in chess base, I didn't find any game with move rook fb1. So, what is the difference? Nakamura continued the same move, rook b6, bishop c5. This is the point, actually. In this line, black wants to sacrifice quality for knight and a couple pawns, and he tried to... This is position what actually is good for Nakamura. He likes to play that kind of position. And he goes this move, rook d7. And now Wesley play rook d1, h6. Rook d7, knight d7, bishop b6, c takes b6. So, I also check this position with the chess engine, and chess engine thinks Fritz 14, he thinks, and I also check with the Stockfish, this is equal position actually, but later on, queen d2, of course, white play to win this, right? Because he want to bring the rook on the d file, and he wants to actually exploit a lot of action on the d file. Black have dangerous pawns, so if black push his pawns so far away on the queen side, these pawns could be very annoying for white. But how we look deeper in the game, we cannot see Nakamura didn't find a good way to exploit his pass pawns. This is what I said. Wesley put rook d1, knight f6, and now he go king f1. Why king f1? Because after he want to go to trade the queens, he wants his king to be close to the pass pawns on the queen side. King actually decided in the end of the game. We can see how the king helped to white. So king g8, and now of course he continue queen d8, king h7. Here the position repeat, and finally Wesley play queen d8. He wants obviously to trade the queens, and Nakamura don't have so many options here. One option was e5. I analyzed that move. That was interesting move. I think probably this was better than queen d8. If you check this position with the engine, you cannot see so many difference between queen d8 and e5, but I think with e5 that bishop could be very productive on one of these squares. So Nakamura play different way, he go with different way, he took on d8, and he tried to threats very annoying c2 and c1 queen. So king e1, this is what I said. The king is so important. Now c2 is nothing because just king d2. That move is possible, but is really nothing for black. So definitely black going with the bishop c4. And now slowly Wesley find move by move. He played very patient this position, and in the end he won a game. So maybe objectively this position is a draw, but I think it's not easy for black. It's not easy for black. Why? Because white have an idea to go here and then pick up one of these pawns, right? Basically this pawn. If you move the pawn, a6 or a5, you will have problem with the b6 pawn. So basically, black is a side who have to be very careful about pawns. Bishop c2, king, bishop a2, king c2, and now he just lost this pawn, right? So Wesley, of course, hold this pawn, b5. Okay, this move is not good, but it's hard to recommend any better move here because this position is I think it's very hard for black. I really don't see what he can play better. He tried this. Maybe here a6 and b5 was better, but it's hard to say, really hard to say. Probably some analysis with the using a long time, maybe 24 hours to use some strong engine will give some really good line for black. But I think this position for human is hard to play anyway. So he played b5, take here, a6, rook a8, knight e5, bishop takes d5. Of course, this is forced. Now he took on with a pawn. Nakamura tried to collect his pawns in one group and he tried to exploit his pass pawns, but Wesley played very good. A5, B4, King D2, Bishop F1, and now Wesley played wonderful. Rook C8 idea, he must push C4, and now Rook B8 idea. Now he must push B3, because C3 is nothing, just King C2, and Black lost all these pawns. Easy winning endgame for White. So basically B3 and now King C3. After King C3, Black resigned, but here I took one long line to show you guys how White is winning here actually, because after King C3, let's say Black play here Bishop D3. So Rook B6, H5. Now taking immediately is not good idea. White have to, because B2 and if you take, you have this kind of trick and tactical trick, and the Rook resign, and Black even can win this. So how White can win this position? He must be very careful. He must play very, very good. And of course, in a super grandmaster technique and practice, this position not play between super grandmaster, but in amateur chess or maybe even some open tournament master chess, this will be play for sure. So anyway, after H5, I want to show you the rest. So this is the key move, F3. Why F3? Because now if Black try to play, let's say here G5, now I can take, and now B2. Now of course I don't take, because same trick, C3 and Bishop A6, but I go here, now B1, and this is unbelievable winning, A6, and fantastic option now. The bishop cannot back on E4, so the idea D4 doesn't work. But Black can try G4, and he fight for this square. And this is what is very interesting. Now F takes, now talks H takes, King D4 winning. So basically Bishop E4, now King D4 blocking, and now just this. But Black play this move, and he also threats Queen, so I must take D4, King D4, Bishop C6, and G takes H5. And this endgame is winning. This endgame is winning for White. So that was the first decisive game, and now we can go over to next decisive game. What can I say about this game? This was American derby between two best players, Nakamura and Wesley So. Of course, Caruana is also a great player, but in the first round, unfortunately, Nakamura lost. So we have first decisive results. The second game, which I want to show you, is this one. So this is Ruy Lopez between Wesley Topalov and Peter Swidler. So the game was Ruy Lopez, very well known in a grandmaster practice. Bishop B5, A6, Bishop A4. We can go over this, Knight F6, Castle, Bishop E7, Rook B1. Okay, here D3, C3 likes to play Magnus Carlsen. He sometimes likes to play, Carlsen also likes to take. I didn't mention Carlsen, unfortunately, don't play on this tournament. Carlsen played last year, but obviously he cannot play this tournament because he was definitely prepared for his match against Karyakin, which should happen in November, I think, in New York, in United States. But we can see. Okay, anyway, Rook E1 and B5, Bishop B3, Castle. So Black offer Marshall Gambit. So if White decided to play C3, after D5 become very sharp Marshall Gambit. So Swidler plays sometimes Marshall. Topalov also play that line with White and Black. So this will be very great battle between two very strong grandmaster in this line, but White Topalov didn't want to go in some big theoretical battle in Marshall Gambit with the Swidler. I just want to show you a few moves how this Marshall Gambit become. This is Marshall Gambit, and then c6, right? And now white have two interesting moves, d3 and d4, usually d4, and this is Marshall Gambit. Black play rook, bishop d6, and queen h4, and for the sacrificing pawn, he have a great opportunity in the action on the king side in his attack. So basically, this is of course just a option which Topalov should play if Swidler will play after c3 d5, but Swidler play a4, and this is anti-Marshall line. Anti-Marshall, this is a move what play many years in the past. Actually, this is the idea of Yugoslavian grandmaster Mila Matulovic. He was a main author in this line. The idea is to avoid the Marshall Gambit. So b4, usually sometimes black respond also with the bishop b7. So b4, and now d3, d6. So now, of course, a5, bishop b6, bishop b6, f takes e6, and now we have the first interesting moments. Of course, I check this position, and this was played many times in the past, and I find one very old games between Grandmaster Parma, the Yugoslavian Grandmaster, and Sanguinetti in Mar del Plata 1962. In that game, Sanguinetti played 97, and the game was finished draw. Why Swidler go with the new idea, d5, and that move was basically theoretical innovation. D5 is absolutely fine move, and I think it's even better than knight d7 will play Sanguinetti in 1962. Why this move is better? Because it's more active move. And the black immediately attacking the center. Topalov continue with the c3, bishop d6, and all this what we're looking now, d4, white try to get some action in the center, is totally even. So position is totally even all time till to the moment when I want to show you what was big blunder from Swidler's side. Knight d4, so this move, bishop d2, so actually very boring game. I mean, it's nothing happened really. Queen d5, bishop b4, he took the rook, white take the rook on f8, and okay, we can stop here. Rook c1. Okay, it's looked like white have a little slight advance on the c file, but this is just a symbolic advantage, because after this and rook b8, black is completely active with rook b5 and other moves to disturb the a5 pawn and minimize activity of white on the c file. And that's happened actually. Queen e3, queen d5, h3, and this is the moment when Swidler go to the terrible mistake. He play rook b4. He totally forgot on this move. And now what we have here, the knight hang and the rook hang. So I will just show you the moves. What actually was easy draw for black was, so instead of rook b4, rook b3 was a great move. And now attacking the queen, so now of course queen cannot go on the c file, queen going to f4, and now just rook b5, and now queen c7. This is forced knight e4, and this is the best what white can do. Check, king h7, and now knight d4, queen d4, queen a6, and it's looked like white gain a pawn, but basically no. After queen a5, this is easy draw. This is easy draw because you can't stop rook a5. So the position is totally drawish. This is what actually Swidler totally forget. So rook b3 was easy. he can easily hold that. So he played rook b4, and now, of course, after queen c3, black lost a piece or quality. So he decided to sacrifice a rook on b4, but after knight e2, king h1, he just resigned. So why he resigned? He resigned because if black took rook, so what actually is only move, right? I will show you that, guys. So after knight c1, white simply have this move. So now king f7 is not good because because queen c7, and then I can just take on c1. So basically this move, but now queen b1. Now queen b1, check and attacking the knight. It's a geometry check, and after this, white simply winning with knight e1. Okay, he can take here, but after queen d3, king g8 or king h8, knight f3, white is winning. So because this position is okay, white have 2 pawn less, but this is just a simply winning position. And in a grandmaster, between grandmaster, this position will be not so interesting subject for playing. So that was another decisive game, and now I want to show you the game. What I think was interesting to look. I think that was a game Giri and Vasily Grav. Yeah, that's the game. So definitely this game deserved to I show you guys quickly. Of course, we don't have so much time to look deeply all this stuff. So just like I said, was neither Sicilian, and after bishop e3, black continue with knight g4. Sometimes white play f3, and then he go bishop e3, queen d2, castle alongside. That variation called English attack. But white play bishop e3, and after knight g4, he just go with the bishop c1, knight f6. Sometimes that could be a grandmaster repetition and could be easy grandmaster draw, right? But of course, white didn't want to play that. He go f3, and he basically transposed to the English attack. e5 here was also possible move e6. But black decided to go e5, and now knight b3, bishop b6. Okay, this is very, very theoretic line. Play so many games in a chess base in this line. It's hard to say which attack is better here. I can say the world chess expert for this line is definitely Giri, Anand, Carlsen, Swidler. A lot of players play this. Michael Adams, of course, the English grandmaster. So this line is very, very unclear, like every Sicilian in Najdorf or Dragon. So okay, so white just trade a piece basically, and the black, and we still have this position where actually white get the bishop pair, and here I give some advantage for Giri because okay, Vasily Grav have open C file and the B file, but basically, you know, bishop pair, and if I can get this pawn and defend my king later, could be very big material advantage. So okay, I mean, this is not easy to win for white, of course, but definitely is a much more playable for white. If I can make a choice between pieces, I would like to be white here. But that was not so important what I like it. It's important what's happened in a game. And let's see what's happened. Actually, this is the very important moment. And this is the moment when Giri get the pawn. This is the moment when Giri get the pawn. So what we have? We have extra pawn. And what now? Bishop b3. Okay, very nice. So basically, white control everything, right? This pawn is a weak. I think the black king is weaker than white king, and this is advantage for sure. Now a5, a4, rook e8, and this is the crucial moment. King a2. This is immediately equal after this. This is immediately equal. So what white miss here? He missed this move, queen b5. Now he stopped bishop b6. Now, for example, if he play bishop e6, of course, You don't have to take here if you don't want. I mean, you can take, of course. But this line is interesting. Rook e6, bishop e6, and now what? Rook d3, and white is better. This is simply very, very obvious who is better here. White is better after rook d3. So why this is not, why Giri didn't continue this is hard to say, but that was definitely much better line. So instead of that, he played, unfortunately, instead of queen b5, what is very strong, he played this move, and now after bishop e6, he go queen c6. And now basically this is the main problem. This is the main problem. I don't know. Why. Yeah, he couldn't go here because the rook hangs. So that's the problem. So now it's just a draw. Now it's just a draw. So game finished, draw with a repetition. So he just repeat checks. And he didn't want to go to c4 because queen f1 and queen f3, so he just stay here and the game finished, draw. So guys, that was basically all for first round. First round was actually very exciting, so we have today 2 decisive game. I also forgot to say so we have 10 players on a Sinquefield Cup. And we also have 9 rounds. We can cover every round here on ICC. We can make a video after every round. And I want to also say the prize fund for this tournament is $300,000. So even Carlsen not play on this tournament. This is one of the strongest tournament in this year, into 2016. So we can keep in touch. I guess in some other rounds I will also comment some games, and will be very happy and delighted to share with you all these actions what's happening in Sinquefield Cup. Thank you all, and see you soon. Bye.